Does music affect highly sensitive people differently than the average person? Let's find out. Hey guys, I'm Leela from Uku-Lela Therapy. I'm a board-certified music therapist and licensed mental health counselor, and I use music and expressive arts in fun, creative, and research-based ways to help with things like mental health issues, wellness, and self-development. So first, let's talk about what a highly sensitive person is, or an HSP. Based on research by Elaine Aron in her book, The Highly Sensitive Person, which I linked in the description, highly sensitive people make up about 15 to 20% of the population. If you think about how we evolved as a species, and even within groups of animals, we need that 15 to 20% to be extra alert of the environment and have heightened senses, looking out for threats. This is one of the theories behind this trait. HSPs experience heightened sensitivity to stimuli, including emotions, their senses, and anything in their environment around them. Now let's talk about music and the HSP. So as we talked about, HSPs can experience very deep emotions, they can experience things on a very deep level, and music evokes emotion. So they might have a stronger reaction to songs because of this. They're also more attuned to sensory stimuli, and listening to music is a sensory experience. So they're having this emotional experience, they're having this heightened sensory experience, and the combination of this could be very powerful for the HSP. They're also known to be very empathetic and understanding of other people's emotions. So they might listen to an artist and be able to really relate on a deep level to the lyrics. I also think that HSPs are naturally drawn to not just music, but any creative endeavor for a few different reasons. One being creative expression. I think the combination of heightened senses, heightened emotional experience, attention to detail, all naturally lead to HSPs being creative and being drawn to creative things. And I also think things like the arts, like music, dance, painting, can be very calming to the HSP, because if you think about it, if you are more open and receiving more sensory stimuli, you're bound to become more easily overstimulated. So engaging in things like music and art can be very calming and regulating for the HSP. Now it's important to know, obviously anyone can have an emotional reaction to music. I mean, otherwise no one would be listening to music. But anyone can also experience an annoying sensation like burlap rubbing against your skin, or nails on a chalkboard, or an amazing sensation like eating a really good meal. The idea is that HSPs are just more sensitive to these things, or they notice things more, maybe because of the attention to detail, and they also take it in deeper. And I usually explain this as like a double-edged sword, because it can be a really helpful thing. You can tune into other people's emotions and understand them and make connections with people. You can experience things in a deep way. You can experience beauty very deeply. At the same time, you can be very emotionally sensitive. Things can overwhelm you easier. You can become overstimulated easier and need lots of time to recharge. So just like most things, there's positives and negatives to it. Well, now let's talk about the science behind music and the HSP brain. Why and how are senses heightened in the HSP brain? Well, there are some research and some theories behind this. One being that the amygdala is overactive. The amygdala is the part of the brain that defines and regulates emotions, stores memories, attaches memories to specific emotions, and activates the fight or flight response. This can explain why music can really affect an HSP, especially because music has been shown to have a very strong connection with memory. You know this if you're up on any of the music and memory research with Alzheimer's and things like that. So it just makes me wonder if there is just like a stronger connection to those memories in the HSP brain. HSPs also have a depth of processing, even when they're resting. There have been studies that show that HSPs may process information more deeply and thoroughly. So when I say even when they're resting, the brain is still very active in an HSP, even when there's no active stimuli in front of them, almost as if there is a stimuli in front of them. And I think of music as like a way of processing things sometimes. Like if we're listening to music, we can process emotions, we can think about memories. So maybe for an HSP, listening to music can really help with that depth of processing. Well, that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. I post videos every Friday on music, expressive arts, psychology, and all that good stuff. So I hope to see you again. Thanks for watching. Bye.